Hello, I think we are live. Yes, we are. Let me just check. Yes, we are. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. And how are you all? How is everything going? Mm, 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 mm. Let's keep it here. Okay. So we'll start with what we have left yesterday. And yes, let me know if the stream is going well, and let me just share this URL so that we can have more people joining. Mm, okay. Oh my god. Uh, all right. So we will start now. Okay. Let's me just go and check. There's an issue with my chat over here. Is it crashing for me, or let's open it again? Hmm. All right, so here we are. Higher, no problem. So all right guys, if you're watching this, like this stream and say hi. So what were we doing yesterday? So we created these methods. We created a resource monitor that will deal with the thresholds and all. So what it does, it will modify the collections that we have created, memory collection, CPU collections. It will check for thresholds. If it's, then it will push it on warning. These are the warnings. All right, and warnings is a vector. We are returning a vector of string, that is we are returning warnings from here. Okay, now let's go. And so this is the process monitor that we have. So now let's just so we have created this thing, right? So this is the resource monitor now. Okay, yeah, now that we have created this thing, now we will instantiate this as well, right? Resource monitor, and it will be resource monitor. All right, we need few things over here as well. We need system, like as we have like was this sysinfo create, so we need a system over here, right? From that we will check our processes. Now we will also be needing some previous processes, right? Why we need that? Because we are maintaining this thing, CPU collections, right? So we'll check, so we will take a snapshot of the current processes, then after a given time interval, that is scan interval, it will again check the processes. So we need to take snapshot of the previous processes so that we can detect if a new process has been initiated or not, right? Yeah, and if yeah, okay, for now let's only understand this part, that we need to snapshot or save the previous processes from the previous time span. So now what it does, so it will be of type we have discussed it earlier, it will be of type this thing, right? Kind of this thing which will have a PID, and we will have a process info over here. So we already have this process info, right? So we have process name, its path, maybe we can have arguments as well, CPU usage, PID, process name and all. So let's do this thing. So previous messages, so we'll have a PID of type U32 and we will have a process info. So that will be our previous process. Okay, so we need scan interval, we already have, we have initiated resource monitor, we have system, we have previous processes. So now let's initiate that as well. So we have, if I do go for resource monitor, we'll have to resource monitor, we'll have to do a new, and what do we pass over here? We need to pass a scan interval. Scan interval, no, we need to pass CPU threshold, memory threshold, and our bound of the queue, like how many CPU parameters or memory parameters we have to pass, that is the bound, right? That will also be passed from the front end, I mean the terminal, or maybe we can hard code it. For now it will be a length, either 5, 4 or 6 or 7 or 10, you know. So we'll do CPU threshold. So we'll do we get CPU threshold? Yes, we are getting CPU threshold. We'll also have memory threshold, and we will have a bound queue bound. Okay, so new will pass a bound as well, bound, and what is its type? It will be it will be small, so we'll do this thing, right? We'll pass bound over here. Makes sense. Yes, it is. Now let's initiate system. That is, as we all know that we looked on the create. How do we do that? We'll use this new all. Now here is the difference, right? If I do new, that means all the processes will load without loading anything, so it will only instantiate a new system without loading everything. So new all will do is it will load everything and start see, it says creates a new system instance with everything loaded. And new with specifics will only load few it load with specifics, right? It will not load entire thing. You can define what to load and all. Okay, so but we need everything, so we'll do system and new all, and we need previous processes as well. So we will do hash map new, right? Let's do this. So we are good till here, right? Now let's okay, so it's a new thing. So we initiated new, right? And in new we have initiated all our struct parameters. So we have process monitor, scan interval, and all. Okay. So guys, if you are watching this, I can see we had one user, so please like this stream and feel free to say hi. All right. Okay, now okay, so now this has been created. So what we'll do is we will start now. So first of all we will start with scanning the process. So okay, so we'll write a function that will call from the main file that will scan the processes. All right, and once it scans the process, we will while like in the scan processes, we will check for few things. We will extract the process info, what process is running, right? We will detect if there is any new process, and finally we will clean up the processes if there is a new process, because of the bounds that we have set, right? We cannot like keep pushing on the queue that we have created, either CPU or memory queue. So we have a bound that okay, this much item needs to be pushed. After that, if it's increases its length, that will what we have written last time on the function, right? If it exceeds that bound that we will pass, it will do push back and pop front. All right, yeah. So we'll start with this thing now. So we have one viewer and our chat is crashed. Let me just close this thing. All right, let's do this thing. So watch processes will, you know, so we need a function for, we'll say monitor processes. All right, it will monitor the process. For now we'll not returning anything, we'll see it how it goes. All right, so what we will do, first of all it will state that okay, println process scanning start, right? We'll say this. So now we'll have a new on the like scan interval over there, so we'll kind of loop it in. We'll say loop, and now here we have to do few things. So now we have a scan interval, so how do we wait for that scan interval, and then again we want to run this loop? Okay, so it will wait for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 4 seconds. right? Then it will again check for processes, then again it will wait and again check for. So we need to see how can we do that. So we have scan interval. So what I think we can do is maybe we can we can sleep the thread, right? I'm not sure if it's like right approach, but we can do is we can sleep the thread for the scan interval. So first of all, let's go for chrono create. We'll also check threads, I'm not sure, and we can also write a query that how to how to wait for x seconds in a loop in Rust. So we will get the general idea over here. Execute one, wait for the seconds. That is all right. Okay, we have duration. We have from sex from SECS X, right? Hello, hello. Is there anyone? Knock, knock. So maybe we have thread dot sleep duration from this, right? Hi. So we'll go with this thing. I mean, it is suggested. I don't want to be like make it highly optimized or highly production ready. We are just implementing a logic, and we'll learn it later how to do that. We'll learn together. Okay, first let's think how to do that, then we'll implement a raw logic, then we'll optimize. Okay, now this is what we'll do. We'll have this now. As we are using chrono for for date time management, so we need to figure out how to get the current time. Hello Gaurav, how are you? We'll go for documentation. We'll see, we have chrono. So I want the current thing, that is instant. Consider which is an opaque but monotonically increasing representation of moment in time. How it tracks your system clock. Consider using this unconcerned with time zones. For more abstract moment in time tracking such as internal timekeeping that is unconcerned with time zone, consider this which tracks your clock, or this which is an opaque but monotonically increasing representation of time. Maybe instance a measurement of monotonically. Okay, it will say instant dot now sleep. This is what we need. He'll sleep for 2 seconds. After this, now dot elapsed as seconds. So we have now dot elapsed. So we have now, and we will have now dot elapsed, right? Hello guys, how are you all? What you doing today? So this elapsed, what it says, oh sorry, second monitor, elapsed. Maybe we can duration since returns the amount of time elapsed from this one. duration since thread dot sleep. We can directly, so we are now getting the mota idea. That is, we'll say if I want to get now that will be instant is it? This is the instant, right? This is what it says. Now we need this thing. Now returns an instant corresponding to now. So this is now. And if I check that from between now and the second line, how much time has been elapsed in between these two lines, a thread goes from here and it enters the loop. It's on this line, now it goes on this line. Now I want to check the duration, so I will say elapsed. It will be now dot elapsed, return the amount of time elapsed since this instant. Okay, here we have to do one thing. Now I have the duration, right, and I have that instant over there when the loop starts. So I want sleep. That's what it says. Thread dot sleep. It has a duration. Puts the current thread to sleep. So how do we put the duration? It will be scan interval. It will be self dot scan interval for 5 seconds. But why I calculated, because I don't want to, it will be continuously be sleeped on that. So I'll say if elapsed is less than self dot scan interval. If it's less, so we will do this. I think this is it, right? Is this the way? Is this the way? If it's less, so here we have to think, if I put a scan interval over here, then it will sleep for, let's say we have given 10 seconds. So now the thread at that instant it created a now variable, and now it will check for elapsed. Okay, it will again, so it will check here. Okay, it is less than this thing, so it will sleep for 10 seconds. Again it will again sleep for 10 seconds, which should not be there, right? It has to be decreasing as well. So if the elapsed is now 9, then it should sleep for 9. If it's 8, then 8. So I can say elapsed self duration found time delta mismatch expected duration found time delta found time delta elapse. It is returning a duration, then why it's saying, I mean, self dot scan interval is also a duration. This is also returning a duration, but it says duration found time delta. How can it be duration and time delta? Guys, any idea? That's the number only time, that's num only timestamp, I think. That's the num only timestamp, I think. I don't understand. That's the num. That's the num only timestamp. Okay, I think the stream you are getting is late, so maybe I don't know what you are saying. That's the num. Somewhere here are you asking? I don't know. Can you please be more specific? I mean, where? On the editor or on the this documentation page? So now here we have to do everything, right? So from the instance, so as soon as the loop start, it will get in, the instant will be created. After doing some process, it will check if this thing is like elapsed or not. So maybe we'll have another function over here. Let me deduce what you are saying. That's the num only timestamp, I think. So timestamp. Please point out where. All right. Anyways, here we will scan the processes. So we'll have to create another function. For now, let's say self. Would it be? So we'll say self dot scan. You can say something like this. Anyway, so this is so we will scan it over here. Okay, so now, but first let's figure out this thing, time delta. Type in chrono crate and duration is time. Oh, okay. So this thing, now dot elapsed, so I have used instant, so this instant should be time delta because I have used it from time dot rs. Okay, so and elapsed is the duration that I have used is of standard. Oh, okay, maybe I should chrono has duration as well. um, so time delta is from the chrono and the duration that I have used is this thing, so maybe I can use duration round. Okay, found a trait. Now chrono dot duration, I have it, chrono dot duration. Now let's delete this instant over here. Maybe we can use instant from chrono. That could be, that would return the same time delta types. I only have of instant. Let's go to the documentation again. Let's go chrono. It says time delta, code time duration. So now I'm using this instant, which is okay. But how can I use instant then if it's like conflicting types, because instant is from standard library that is returning a different type than duration of chrono. Chrono returns time delta, right? Chrono has time delta, that's what it's saying. It says expected duration found time delta. What do you think, people? Okay, we have a like. Thank you, whoever liked. Whoever liked, please say hi on chat so that I can know. Thank you very much for liking this stream, and feel free to suggest any improvements, changes as well. Thank you. Also, please let me know how is the stream going. Is it okay, audio, video, or let me know if I have to change anything. Okay. So we remove instant, right? We can say instant, that is of type this, and we have elapsed as well. So if it let this can, this is different. Let's do this instant dot now. Let's leave using chrono instant, using chrono together. To run thread after a time interval elapsed. So I have duration instance both from this. Maybe I could use this duration from here only. I will never get the error now. If I remove this thing, I'll be good. So the issue was they both have conflicting types, right? So the chrono crate, it has time delta, so it's returning time delta, and instant that we are using from standard library is returning duration, so they both were not compatible. So I have changed this duration from chrono to standard library. So now here we can create this thing now. All right, we have scan processes. Now let's do this thing. So we'll say scan processes will return a result type and a dynamic dispatch of error. All right, so for now let's say this will be let's for now let's give it this thing. So it says so now here is the thing, because on success it will return a unit type, so we can handle only the error. So we'll say this, and maybe we can print this thing. One more thing, instead of printing errors and information altogether, what we can do is we can create a struct that will handle all these alerts. So because we are going to print it in terminal, so we can have a dedicated function or struct somewhere where we can pass. So we will do that as well, because we are going to create the alerts. So why don't we send these information or these things to that alert as well? So maybe we can create a type over there that will track these things, right? Anything that we need to know is okay, let's just do. It says error occurred on scanning processes, and what's that error? It will be this thing. All right, now let's handle scanning over here, right? So by which language is best for DSA? For DSA, C++ or C. C++ or C. Java also. Not JavaScript. Python you can do as well. So guys, if you are watching this thing, make sure to check out my other videos as well, and feel free to say hi and leave a like. Also, you can share this channel with your friends as well. I mean, if you are into this thing, watching someone coding and all. How is the stream going, by the way? Is it good? Audio, video, all okay? All right, now let's do this thing. So what do we have to do in scan processes? Again, first of all, we'll obviously scan, or yes, scan is the right word, scan all the processes, right? Then we can update the collections, right? Whatever we can do over here, we will just write. We can detect new processes, if there is a new process. And how do we do that? Because we are maintaining a previous processes collection, so we'll check whether there is a new process after a certain time spent elapsed. We will check if there is a new process that is not in the previous processes snapshot that we are taking. We'll add that, and as soon as we update, we'll update the collections over here, right? That's what we discussed, that on a CPU collection and a memory collection, after its length cross the bounds, we will push back and pop front. That is the queue, right? Update the collections we'll do over here, and as soon as we update the collection, we need to terminate. Terminate is not the word. Terminate is for the process. If the process is terminated, we have to clear the collection as well, right? If let's say I opened a notepad, let's say I opened a browser, there will be a process with that. As soon as I close that thing, the process will terminate. But now that we have a process has been started, it's already there in our collection, right? So if the browser closes, the process terminates. So if the process terminates, we have to clear our hash map, the collection as well. So we'll clear the collection here as well. So these are the things mota we have to do. So let's go one by one. How do we scan the process? I'm not recalling that method. Let's just go sysinfo create. It is, I mean, restart all. Is it restart all? Refresh all. Okay, we'll do this thing, refresh all. Self. Okay, are we going to mutate few things? Yes, we are going to mutate this previous thing, so we'll do mutable self. We'll do self dot system dot refresh all. Yes, again I am reminding you now. Okay, see how Rust works. I am using a method, all right, from the monitor process that is mutating a self. So I need to pass, I need to have a mutable self reference over here as well. See, self dot system dot refresh all. Okay, one thing I am reminding you is, why are we we should avoid to like this system dot new all every time, because it is recommended to store like instantiate at once for all. So that's why we kept it as a struct parameter, and we initiate it once on the constructor. New is the constructor, right, for the oops. So it's the new function that will instantiate everything. So it is working like a constructor, so we'll initiate all these things. So we have this thing, system.refresh all. Now I want a snapshot of all the processes currently that is happening on the previous processes hash map, right? So how do we check that? Yeah, processes, I have PID processes, I have name and everything. So I will do this thing. So I'll say for PID. What is this? Process in refresh all. Do I have to keep this thing sys? So it is system system self dot system dot processes processes. All right, so here I have to take the snapshot. Now this snapshot is a hash map of process info with the PID. So we'll say previous processes, maybe. Okay, so previous processes, how can we have to create a temporary variable so that we can keep the current processes in that. We use that and we directly assign that current process as a previous process, like a number swapping thing. So we have, let's imagine, hello Bhargav, hello, how are you, how you all doing? uh so we have, can you please guys leave a like uh for your brother here, just showing up all days. So Gaurav, I don't know if you left because I was doing this and not able to reply. That's fine, but please be specific on that. Like, what are you asking about? It's a timestamp num only. Oh, what? And Shubhranshu Shekhar, bhai, C++, C, Java are best for DSA. Otherwise, it can be done in any. All right. And hello, Bhargav. So what I did from past 2 days is I came from the mobile format, right? I changed the main canvas template to 9 by 16. Okay, and I think that got me more viewers because most of the people are on their phone, and once and that vertical live feed, it gets feed on the shorts. So most of them scroll shorts, and they, so I mean, I got the viewers, but I guess 90% of them were not like associated to any tech field. Maybe only the one I know that usually joins me on the stream were there. I think only one guy was there yesterday. Anyways anyways so this is our thing. Okay, yes, now let's go. Where were we? Where were we? So I think yes. Now why I'm doing over why I'm thinking to create this thing, take a new variable that I said, is because I have this thing previous processes, right? I need a snapshot of this. Now this is the previous processes. It's simple. It's a previous processes. So it will take the previous processes after a time elapsed. So I need at least, I mean, to take a snapshot for the current processes so that I can use that thing to analyze that process. I need to store it somewhere, and later I will assign that thing to. Uh, Let me just show you. I have this process, right? And I have this previous process. So it's a previous snapshot. Okay, it's the current processes. Current. So these are the current processes, and this is the previous. So I will save it somewhere on a variable. I will save it somewhere on the variable once so that I can process this thing. Process the processes. Process the processes. Like I can, uh, I can get the process info struct that we have created, so we can, fill that and all. And once it's done, I will assign this current process directly to this thing, this previous snapshot that we have created. So this way we will maintain a previous snapshot hash map that will have a PID and its process info, you know and this process variable will keeps on refreshing on every after every time elapsed. So current process that will assign it to the we will save it somewhere on a variable. We will assign this thing to the previous snapshot, and we'll process this from now on. Okay, so for that, okay, now just we need to make sure. Okay, we have process info over here. So we need, so we have taken this process info. Do we need to keep PID over there? PID, yes, we can do that. But PID is the key that we have on the hash maps, right? So we can do, maybe we can, okay, yeah, one more thing. See, if I go to this thing, uh, the resource monitor. So I have process info. Okay, that is fine. I have this thing as well, terminated PIDs. Like, so we have to maintain a variable along with this. I mean, that will pass over here, right? So it will be hash set of U32. So we have to do that as well. Nice video. कैसे हो भाई? Many more games. Hello, hello. बढ़िया. Okay. So people feel free to like this video, check out my other videos as well, and say hi on the chat so that I know who liked it. And if not, just say hi and say if the stream is going good and all. Suggest me some ways as well to make the live interactive. So we need current IDs as well. So we need to store it somewhere as well. Okay, so let's do this thing. Scan all the processes. Before that thing, we can, we can have a current process as hash map new, and we'll have these are current PIDs. So current PIDs as hash set of u32. Now these thing are mutable. All right. So we haven't defined, like, we are not using this thing, so that's why it's showing. So it will be a hash map of exactly same thing, because we are going to assign this thing to that thing. So this thing, and it will be a hash set of this thing. All right, so we haven't used this thing. As soon as I use this, it can be good. So we'll say we need a process info, and process info we will pass it on this current processes hash map. So we'll say let process info is equal to how can we get the process info? We have created a struct for it, so we will create a function that will extract this method, right? So the self dot, I will say get process info, and we will pass, what will pass? Oh, pass PID. I think I have to give this as well. So process info, we have to give this thing PID. But I mean, now process info will utilize this process info struct. So we cannot only pass process ID, right? I mean, there isn't any API that we pass the process ID and it will get the process info. We are only just storing that information on that struct and will returning back. So we will pass the process as well, right? So for now, let's create this thing. We'll say pub fn get process info. Get process info will have self, will have PID, that is u32, and we'll have a process that will be process info. What do you think? For now it will return a process info, right? So process info, this has to be this thing, it has to be something, because this, okay, we'll get an error, process monitor get process info, self dot get process info will return this thing. So we'll do process info again. Let's not do this now, because we'll have to eventually implement this thing. I don't want it now, because I will complete the below function first. So I have this thing, are incorrect. Why incorrect? So I have PID and I have a process of process info. And what is this thing? Let me just process. What is the type of this thing? System. Is it? Will it be a system? Guys, if you're watching this, make sure to like this stream and share it with your friends as well. Let's have more people joining in. And What it says, we have been live from 1 hour. I mean, we barely wrote few lines and we have been for 1 hour. Hmm. So this is the thing. This will it be uh, incorrect. Okay, found PID. Got you 32. Why did I do that? Found and PID. Okay, and PID. PID. So it's this thing, right? Is it found this thing? So let me pass this. Cannot borrow self as what the heck's going on? Guys, can you see? Is it how's the video going? Please let me know. Because it is also borrowed as immutable. Mutable borrow occurs here. But if I remove this, we are good. But it says expected this, found this, so we can do this. Uh, all right. So now here we will get a process info. Let's just do that. I mean, we'll just carry on then. Process info. Process info. What do we have? We have process name. So we have process dot name dot what does it return? Maybe I could do this. I have to do this. We have exact PID as well, right? So we'll do PID and we'll have a PID here dot as U32. What else do we need? We have path, we have CPU usage. So first let's do this thing, CPU usage. So we'll have process dot CPU usage dot as what it returns. Okay, that's fine. It returns F32. So we'll have memory usage process dot memory. It is returning U64. Okay, now we have the path where it was executing. So we'll have process Uh, Process. Is it correcto? Uh, Process. So we need execute path, right? So exe. So it returns a option of path. But we have the option of path buffer. So if it's a option of path, we can maybe, can we do that? We'll have and path. It returns path, right? So path dot to, how do we? First of all, let me just do. Uh, we have option of path buffer, right? So process dot exe, right? It returns option of path dot map. Now I will have a path here, right? Path. No, let's name it item. We'll have item over here. We'll say item dot to path buffer. Okay, it expect type F64 found U64. F64 type U64. We have it F64 and it says it is returning the unsigned of U64. Let's do this. Okay, so we want this thing. So, guys, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do we have something like as F64? Feel free to like, guys. If you're watching this, I know only few people are watching it, but at least leave a like or say hi. Come on, do that. Do that. Do that. When I see my studio, it is slightly, it is the video that it plays on over there on the side, it is slightly like back. So I thought that okay, I'm like sending this video or you must be watching this video a little bit slower, but I guess it's not. I have to drag that to go to live. Hmm. Come on, people, we have 3 people joining. Let's have a 3 likes. Come on, hit that like button. We already have one. Let's hit it to 4 or at least 3. Come on, do that. Come on, man. Come on. No, 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 no. You don't want to do that. That's fine. Come on, leave a like. So we have been sitting here for 1 hour. I mean, no likes, one like. No problem. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. I cannot play the music I like because of the copyright strike I might get. But I am the, you know, also let me know if the background music that is already running there, if I need to stop that. Just give me a minute. I have to share this channel's link from my mobile phone. Uh, it has been, set up as a camera. So for a few instant, the camera will be down. It will be all blurry. Let me just share it on. I have a group where all the Rust guys are there. So I can share that thing on that. I mean, I don't know most of you guys that are watching or will watch this stream. Maybe you are from that group too, but at least we will have some, few 4 or 5 people there so that the likes can go up from 1 to 4 or 5. Anyways, let's do this. So I have this process info over here. Now what I'll do, I can, current PIDs dot, how do the insert PID और लाइट भी गई भाई. Current processes dot insert, I have a key that is PID and I have a value that is process info that we have returned. uh, Expect U32 found. PID, current PID expects U32. But why are we making it like strict over here? If we have used this thing, we can remove this thing. It will throw a warning when it is not used. I mean, so now it will do that thing. So it will now automatically, the hash map will take it. So one thing we can do as well, what was the error? Let's fix this. It says and PID, so instead we can go over here. So now why we are using this, I will say and PID, I will say and PID, and the same goes here as well. Error gone, right? So we can do that. So we have this thing, or maybe we can do this as well as U32. And there is a thing and PID as U32. Now here I can do the previous thing. Invalid cast for through a raw pointer. Let's do this thing only. No need to experiment. Uh, all right, this error has gone now. So you know what we did? We have taken the we have inserted all the processes that are running on over this thing, current processes and current PIDs. Now this has been stored. Now everything we will use over here, and in the end we will assign this current processes to the previous processes over somewhere here. What we'll do, we'll say self dot previous processes equals current processes. This is what we'll do. Hmm. uh, Hash map of PID, but it takes U32. That's what I was thinking. So let's remove this thing only. It will automatically do that part. So hmm, hmm. So this PID is PID, and this get process info has the PID as U32. So we can say as U32 invalid cast. Invalid cast through a raw pointer first. Pass through a raw pointer first. Maybe I can use process info dot PID. You know, we'll do process info dot PID. Yes. So it means we can do this thing. Instead of going over here, we'll say U32. Instead of here, we'll say U32, and we'll do something over here, that is current process dot PID. Eh? What the heck? Current. Oh, current process नहीं भाई, process info dot PID. We'll do that thing over here as well. Process info dot PID. Just wait a minute, I'm getting a notification. Hello. Yes. Yes, 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 we are. I think music has been stopped. Maybe we can play deep music. Let me just click one thing. I'm not sure. Let's play this thing. Okay. Oh yeah, I was about to share that URL over there, na. So electricity is down. I don't know how much time will my UPS will support me, but let's hope we'll have electricity back in some time. So I will not share this thing. I don't know, maybe I have to end up the stream. So now here we are. So we have done this thing like current process insert and all. So we have now maintained this variable over there. Now let's do one thing. Let's analyze each processes. So current process has the current processes. This hash map has the current processes that are working on. So at the end we will pass it to previous processes. Now let's we will say for we will analyze each process. Now analyze means the processes that we have there on the current processes hash map. We will analyze whether each of the processes are either one of them is either any of them is either using any excessive resources, CPU or memory, or is the process that we are working on, is it a threat or not. So we will have we will have a collection as well. For now we will hard code it over there. I have it in file as well, we will read that file as well, but for now we will have it hard coded. We will enter those thing maintain those thing on a hash map. So we will identify the name of the processes if it is same as those malicious process one. So if it's the same, we will raise the alert with high severity and all, right? So we'll say we'll have a PID and process info, right? In in current process, right guys? In this current processes we will have this thing. But it will not return a tuple because it's a hash map, so we need its value. So we'll the value has process info, and we are going to iterate on the values, right? If I do this, so I have to, as you can see on the example over here, it says if I do this and do a map dot values, I can iterate on this thing. So I will have each of the value, right? So I will have 1 2 3 over there. So let's do this thing. Now what I'll do is I'll do a self dot scan process. No, it's already there. Analyze check process. Will pass process info, correct? We'll pass the process info. Now this thing, now let's so detect new processes. We will also detect this. So let me now create a function here as well. So what does detect new process does? It doesn't do anything. It's a simple thing. We have everything in our previous process hash map. So it will check if the current process that we are passing the PID and all, it does it is it even on the hash map or not. If it's not, it will raise the alert that hey, new process has been detected. So what we'll do, we'll create a function here as well. So we'll say self dot detect new process, right? And we will pass, current PIDs. What will pass, guys? Will pass current process because we are doing that. What we are doing, will pass current process. Current process is the hash map, so that we can check whether the new process has been there or not. So let's not do this thing right now, you know. Let's create a check process method. So I'll say function check process. It will take a process info, process info. It will return, it will not return anything. It will only check or analyze the process for threads and memory and CPU usages, right? It will do that. Come on, guys, we have, I think the light is back, so let me just share this URL. So the camera is going to be blurred for a minute. Let me, yes. Ah, I'm here, I'm here. Let me just check if everything is well. Okay. Sundra, Sundra, I just need to ask one thing. What is the my my video has a restriction as copyright in studio app. Does that means Okay. Okay. So, go to the content section. All right. Find the video with a copyright notice. It will say copyright claim. Okay, people, leave a like, and I can see some people are watching, but they are just watching only. I'm not sure what the issue there. All right, it's been like around half an hour. We'll continue from here next time. Gotta go. Uh, let me just maybe found a mutable reference. Maybe do this and self. Maybe plus info. Hmm. So, let me just push it to product. I mean GitHub. Maybe if you have my GitHub repo, you can. All right, people, thank you for watching my stream, and thank you everyone whoever liked and come on chat to say hi. I'll see you later, guys. We'll continue from here. What we'll do now is we will check the process. We will analyze if there is any threat to this process info, the current process info, or is it using up or eating up resources and all. We already have few things in place like this thing, check thresholds. This could be this is the most of the work done over here. So we'll do that thing. Second we will do is we will detect new process. That is simple, very simple. We'll check if this the previous processes has the current snapshot that we are dealing with is or not. Then we will raise a alert. The main part that is there is we will have to create a alert thing different, because alert is what is the core feature of this thing, right? Alert, showing alerts, I mean sending alerts as a notification, saving it on a log file. So we have to maintain that thing. Currently we are using a print statement over there, but it should not be there. We have to create alerts and all. So we'll do that. That is the most interesting part over there. We'll have some things over there. What I can think of right now is if we are dealing with multiple alert types, then we will have to use those things like traits. We'll have to create traits and all, so that each of them can be used. Uh, so we'll have very much interesting things there. Okay, thank you very much. I could have done this thing on a single 20 minutes video, recorded it offline, having it cut down and with proper script and all. But coming live over here is the way to show how to think on that direction, how to implement first raw logic, and then we can take help of Google and all to improve that or optimize that code that we have written, the raw logic that we have written. So it's raw right now currently. So we do not intend to modify it on the go. We will first implement raw logic, make it working so that it can run on the smallest of thing, being like every case being optimistic, like small file size, everything. So optimistic for a dev. So we'll do that and we'll optimize it later. See you later, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure to like this stream and do subscribe if you want to, or give suggestions as well to make this live more interactive. Okay, bye bye. Thank you. See you soon.